Dean Martin, born Dino Paul Croste, grew up in Steubenville, Ohio. His father was a barber and his mother was a homemaker. Martin dropped out of school in the 10th grade and worked odd jobs, including as a boxer and a steel mill worker. His early exposure to entertainment came from working as a croupier in local speakeasies where he started singing. His first significant break was when he teamed up with comedian Jerry Lewis in 1946. They performed together for 10 years, becoming one of the most popular acts in the country. Martin's smooth voice and relaxed style were influenced by singers like Bing Crosby. He also admired the comedic timing of actors like Charlie Chaplin and Stan Laurel, which influenced his own performances. Dean Martin was a singer, an actor who became famous in the 1950s and 1960s. He was known for his smooth voice and charming personality. Dean was part of the Rat Pack, a group of entertainers that included Frank Sinatra and Sammy Davis Jr. He starred in movies and had his own television show. People loved his music and his relaxed, easygoing style on stage. Now, I'm curious to know if you have any unique stories or facts about Dean Martin that you find interesting. Was there a moment when you first saw or heard Dean Martin and realized he was someone special? And what's your most treasured memory related to Dean Martin? We'd love to hear your stories and memories in the comments below. Stay tuned because we have many surprising, amusing, and touching stories about Dean Martin to share. Keep watching to discover more about this beloved entertainer. Dean Martin discovered his love for music and performance early in life. Growing up in Ohio, he found joy in singing and was influenced by the popular crooners of his time. His first job as a dealer in a speakeasy and a boxer did not deter him from his true calling. The turning point came when he started singing with local bands. He realized the power of his voice when he saw how it moved the audience. This connection with people through music was what drove him to pursue a career in entertainment. His smooth voice and charming personality soon made him a favorite among listeners, setting him on the path to becoming a beloved entertainer. Dean Martin was born Dino Paul Croste on June 7, 1917, in Steubenville, Ohio, to Italian immigrant parents. His early life was marked by the typical struggles of an immigrant family. His father was a barber, which provided a modest upbringing. Martin dropped out of school in the 10th grade and worked various odd jobs, including as a boxer and a steel mill worker, to help support his family. These early experiences taught him the value of hard work and resilience. Martin's interest in music and entertainment began in his late teens, leading him to pursue a career in nightclubs. His charm and voice caught the attention of many, setting the stage for his future success in music and film. This early phase of his life, full of diverse experiences, shaped his versatile career as an entertainer. Dean Martin faced several challenges in his early career, including financial difficulties and doubts from the music industry about his talent. Despite these obstacles, he showed incredible determination. Instead of giving up, Martin used his unique voice and charm to win over audiences in nightclubs, slowly building a fan base. His ability to connect with people through his music and his persistence in pursuing opportunities, even when they were scarce, played a crucial role in overcoming skepticism. Martin's creative approach, such as forming a partnership with comedian Jerry Lewis, opened new doors for him. This move not only showcased his versatility, but also helped him stand out in a crowded industry. Through hard work and resilience, Dean Martin turned his early struggles into a successful career, becoming one of the most beloved entertainers of his time. Dean Martin's role as Tom Elder in The Sons of Katie Elder was a notable part of his acting career. However, his relationship with co-star John Wayne was strained. Martin's political activities, including fundraising for the Bergson Group, a supporter of Zionist groups in the 1940s, were a point of contention. In Sailor Beware, Martin played Al Crothers alongside Marion Marshall, who had worked her way up from a chorus girl to a lead role in this, and two other films with Martin and Jerry Lewis. For Airport, Martin influenced casting decisions, advocating for Petula Clark to be offered a significant role, showcasing his involvement beyond acting. Dean Martin, a singer and actor, had several key moments in his career. His partnership with Jerry Lewis led to a successful series of comedy films. Solo, he became a top recording artist with hits like That's Amore and Volare. His role in the film Rio Bravo earned him critical praise. He later hosted The Dean Martin Show, which was a favorite on television for nearly a decade. Friends and critics noted his natural talent and ability to draw audiences with ease. His relaxed style and charm made him a favorite in the entertainment industry. Dean Martin showed his versatile talent in various roles across his career. In Artists and Models, he played Richard Rick Todd, sharing the screen with Shirley MacLaine in several films like Some Came Running and Ocean's 11, highlighting their dynamic chemistry through the years. Their partnership extended to movies such as Career, All in a Night's Work, What a Way to Go, and concluded with Cannonball Run II, which also featured Jackie Lamb, tying back to their earlier collaboration. In The Sons of Katie Elder, Martin took on the role of Tom Elder, marking the second time he starred alongside John Wayne in a Western, the first being Rio Bravo. Both films were directed by Howard Hawks and Henry Hathaway, respectively. Interestingly, both directors had the initials HH, linking the two movies beyond just their stars. As Matt Helm in Murderer's Row, Martin finds himself using a UK 1963 half-crown coin in a clever scene. The choice of a British coin over a more typicalist silver dollar adds a unique touch to the scene, perhaps chosen for its distinctive size or appearance, which stood out more distinctly to audiences, contributing to the film's character and setting in a subtle but interesting way. Dean Martin, a music artist known for his smooth voice and charming persona, had a unique approach to his art. He believed in the power of simplicity and emotion in music. His songs often reflected his relaxed attitude and love for life, which resonated with many. He was not just a singer, but also an actor, which allowed him to bring a storytelling quality to his performances. His personal experiences, like his Italian heritage and experiences in the entertainment industry, influenced his work. He often sang about love, heartbreak, and joy, connecting with listeners on a personal level. His style was easy to listen to, making his music timeless and appealing to a wide audience. Dean Martin's work shows how personal style and experiences can shape art in a way that touches people's hearts. Dean Martin took on the role of Matt Helm in the movie Murderer's Row, where he brought a lighthearted and humorous approach different from the darker character in the novels. As a part of Hollywood's connections, Dean Martin was also related by marriage to Carol Costello, since his oldest son, Craig Martin, married her, making her Dean Martin's daughter-in-law. Carol was the daughter of the famous comedian Lou Costello. In another film, Rio Bravo, Martin portrayed the character Dude. During the filming, a memorable moment occurred when, to celebrate Ricky Nelson's 18th birthday, Dean Martin and John Wayne presented him with a 300-pound sack of steer manure and jokingly threw Nelson into it, highlighting the camaraderie and playful atmosphere among the cast members. Dean Martin was a big star in the music world. His smooth voice and relaxed style won over many fans. He was part of the Rat Pack, a group of entertainers famous in the 1950s and 1960s. Martin's way of mixing humor with music made his shows a big hit. He influenced many singers who came after him. People in the industry say Martin knew how to make a song feel personal, as if he was singing just for you. This approach has inspired artists to connect more deeply with their audiences. Even today, singers look up to his ability to blend storytelling with music, making listeners feel a range of emotions. Industry experts and newer artists often talk about how Martin's approach to performing and his easygoing singing style have guided them in their own careers. Dean Martin faced lung cancer with courage, stopping smoking and celebrating life at his 77th birthday. Despite the illness spreading, he chose not to undergo extensive surgery and passed away on Christmas Day in 1995. His role as Sam Harmon in Ocean's 11 showcased his talents at the Sahara Hotel, also known for the Rat Pack's favorite steakhouse, which closed in 2011. Martin's film journey began with My Friend Irma, marking the first appearance with Jerry Lewis, setting the stage for their successful partnership. Dean Martin, known for his smooth voice and charming personality, valued family, friendship, and laughter above all. Away from the spotlight, he was a dedicated family man who loved spending time with his children. His home was often filled with music and joy, reflecting his warm and welcoming nature. Martin was also an avid golfer, finding peace and relaxation on the golf course. His love for the game often intersected with his desire to help others, leading him to host charity golf tournaments to support causes close to his heart, such as children's hospitals and educational programs. His generosity extended beyond public events. He was known to help friends and strangers alike in times of need, though he preferred to do so quietly, without seeking attention for his kindness. Dean Martin's personal life was a testament to his belief in the power of kindness and the importance of giving back, principles that resonated through his music and performances. Dean Martin, known for his smooth voice and charm, had a love for golf that was as strong as his passion for music and acting. Unlike his Rat Pack friends, he preferred quiet nights to be fresh for golf the next day. In the classic Western Rio Bravo, Martin showcased his singing talent alongside Ricky Nelson, performing memorable songs that added a unique touch to the film. His dedication was evident when he flew overnight just to meet director Howard Hawks, securing his role as the troubled deputy dude by simply showing up. Martin's commitment to his craft and hobbies paints a picture of a man who valued both his career and personal joys. Dean Martin, a music artist, left a big mark on the music industry with his smooth voice and charming personality. He made many songs that people still love today. As for his future, even though he is no longer with us, his music continues to inspire new artists and entertain fans old and new. His advice for those starting in music would likely be to stay true to themselves, work hard, and never give up on their dreams. Martin's approach to his career, focusing on his natural talents and connecting with his audience, is a lesson for anyone looking to make a name for themselves in music or any creative field. Dean Martin showed his acting skills in the movie Five Card Stud as Van Morgan and shared the screen with Denver Pyle in Bandolero in 1968. Despite predictions of a career decline after parting ways with Jerry Lewis, Dean Martin surprised many by becoming a major attraction in movies during the 1960s, recording hit songs and hosting the popular The Dean Martin Show starting in 1965. His show was loved by many and became one of the top shows on NBC. Later, fans could enjoy his performances at home when Dean Martin That's Amore and the first volumes of the Best of the Dean Martin Variety Show were released on video. However, the full seasons of his show are still waiting to be available for home viewing. Dean Martin was a shining star in music and entertainment. His journey showed us the beauty of following our passions and the magic of hard work. From his early days, Dean's voice brought joy and comfort to many. He was innovative, bringing a new style to music that people loved. Over the years, Dean became more than just a singer. He was a true entertainer, touching hearts in movies and on television too. His work continues to inspire and entertain people all over the world. This shows us how creativity and perseverance can create something that lasts forever, making our lives brighter and richer. In the movie The Sons of Katie Elder, Dean Martin played the role of Tom Elder. Although he was in his late 40s at the time, his character was supposed to be in his early 30s. This age difference was less discussed compared to John Wayne's role as John Elder. In another film, Kiss Me, Stupid, Martin drove a 1957 Dual Ghia convertible, which was actually his own car. The Dual Ghia was a rare car owned by other celebrities like Frank Sinatra and Lucille Ball. It had a body made in Italy and was finished in Detroit with a Dodge engine. By 2021, these cars became very valuable, especially those with celebrity connections or a Dodge Hemi engine. Lastly, in The Silencers, Martin played Matt Helm and acted opposite Stella Stevens. Stevens described her character as a female Jerry Lewis, highlighting the comedic chemistry similar to Martin's real-life partnership with Jerry Lewis, where Martin was the straight man. Dean Martin, a celebrated singer and actor, was known for his charm and wit, which he brought to the Dean Martin Celebrity Roast from 1973 to 1984. He led a panel of famous actors and comedians who playfully insulted the guest of honor. The show featured a lineup of legendary entertainers, including Bob Hope and Lucille Ball. His song Everybody Loves Somebody Sometime became a defining hit, and its title is inscribed on his tombstone, marking his lasting influence. Martin was also a key member of the Rat Pack, alongside Frank Sinatra and Sammy Davis Jr., showcasing his talent in the film Ocean's 11 in 1960. His legacy in entertainment continues to be celebrated by fans around the world. Dean Martin showcased his singing talents on television, performing with Ab Lane. They sang a mix of C'est Magnifique and C'est Si Bon, showing his ability to blend different melodies smoothly. Martin also starred as Matt Helm in The Wrecking Crew, which was the last movie of its series. Despite plans for more films, the series ended due to several factors, including legal issues and a decline in popularity. Later, a TV series was made, but Martin was not involved. In politics, Martin often supported Republican candidates, but made an exception in 1964 when he supported Democrat Lyndon Johnson for president. Dean Martin took on the role of Balma Dillard in Some Came Running, where he delivered a memorable line during a poker game that echoed his future in Ocean's 11 with the song Ain't That a Kick in the Head. His portrayal of Michael Whitaker in The Young Lions alongside Montgomery Clift highlighted casting choices where both actors were seen as older than their characters. In Rio Bravo, Martin played Dude, a character he humorously described on Perry Como's Kraft Music Hall as the drunken dirty deputy, joking about the seemingly fitting casting despite his confusion over being chosen for the role. These roles demonstrated Martin's range and the humor he brought to his performances, even as he questioned his own casting decisions. Dean Martin brought humor and charm to his roles in films. In The Silencers, he played Matt Helm and used Frank Sinatra's songs to set a romantic mood, even jokingly criticizing Sinatra's singing. His character Joe Jarrett in Four for Texas was one of several Joes he portrayed, showing his ability to bring a unique touch to similar names across different movies. And as Vernon Demarest in Airport, he made light of his on-screen flying experience during a celebrity roast, poking fun at co-star Burt Lancaster's preference for staying grounded. Dean Martin supported Israel by performing concerts to raise money for the Bergson Group, a movement fighting for Israel's independence in the 1940s. He starred as Matt Helm in The Ambushers, where his song Everybody Loves Somebody sometimes played. The song was his biggest hit in the 60s, reaching #1 on the charts. In Kiss Me, Stupid, Martin played the role of Dino, a part initially considered for Frank Sinatra. The original cast idea included Marilyn Monroe and Shirley MacLaine, but none of them appeared in the final film. In The Sons of Katie Elder, Dean Martin played Tom Elder, and an interesting detail about this movie is that Carl Swenson had 2 roles. Besides playing Doc Estelle, he was also the bartender in a scene with Martin. This scene stood out because the bartender role had more lines than usual. Moving on to Ocean's 11, Martin took on the role of Sam Harmon. This film, alongside Some Came Running, shared a unique ending with the recitation of the 23rd Psalm, marking a distinct connection between the 2 movies, both featuring Martin and Frank Sinatra. In Rio Bravo, Martin portrayed Dude, a role originally considered for Montgomery Clift. Clift, however, recommended Martin for the part, not wanting to work with John Wayne and Walter Brennan again due to their political differences and past tensions. This change led to Martin stepping into one of his most memorable roles. Dean Martin, in the film Artists and Models, played a character named Richard Rick Todd, who hailed from Steubenville, a nod to Martin's actual birthplace, Steubenville, Ohio. Tragically, Martin's son, Dean Paul Martin, died in a plane crash on March 21, 1987. In his family life, Martin was connected to music royalty through his daughter Gina, who was married to Carl Wilson of the Beach Boys, making Wilson Martin's son-in-law. Dean Martin played Matt Helm in The Wrecking Crew, with karate champion Mike Stone as his fight double. Stone was known for dating Priscilla Presley after she split from Elvis. In another film, Partners, Martin took on the role of Slim Mosley Jr., marking one of the final movies he did with Jerry Lewis. In a different aspect of his life, Martin chose not to join the March on Washington in August 1963, a significant event during the Civil Rights Movement. Dean Martin brought humor and charm to the screen in Artists and Models, where he mimicked Jerry Lewis's signature eye-crossing yell. On The Dean Martin Show, he had a unique work schedule, showing up only on Sundays to film, while stand-ins rehearsed in his place the day before. His television journey started with The Martin and Lewis Show in 1950, leading to a reluctant yet successful hosting role in 1965 that lasted for 19 years. Dean Martin's approach to work and comedy left a lasting impression on television and film. Dean Martin took on the role of Michael Whitaker in The Young Lions, sharing the screen with Lillian Montevecchi, who also worked with Jerry Lewis in The Sad Sack. In The Sons of Katie Elder, he portrayed Tom Elder and was noted for wearing higher shoe lifts than in his previous film Rio Bravo. His performance as Balma Dillard in Some Came Running was marked by tension on set, as both he and Frank Sinatra found Vincent Minnelli's directing style, which focused more on visuals than actor guidance, challenging. Dean Martin took on the role of Peter Nelson in the movie Three Ring Circus, where he faced a legal challenge off-screen. Writers George Beck and Samuel Locke claimed they were hired to create a circus story for Martin and his comedy partner Jerry Lewis, but their work was rejected. The outcome of their lawsuit against the producers remains unknown. In The Sons of Katie Elder, Martin portrayed Tom Elder alongside John Wayne, and other actors who were all playing characters younger than their actual ages. Despite the wide age range among the actors, they convincingly played brothers in the film. Martin also starred as John and Robin in The Seven Hoods, which was part of the Rat Pack series of movies. These films were known for featuring at least 3 of the core Rat Pack members, including Frank Sinatra, Sammy Davis Jr., and others who were all leading entertainers of their time. Dean Martin, a singer and actor, was laid to rest at Westwood Memorial Park in Los Angeles after he passed away. His life had its share of ups and downs. For instance, Charlton Heston revealed in his book that Frank Sinatra stopped Martin from singing at Ronald Reagan's first presidential inauguration because he had drunk too much. Martin's acting career included a role as Steve Wiley in the movie Hollywood or Bust. The film script was originally written for other actors and told a different story, but when it was rewritten for Martin and his co-star Jerry Lewis, it changed a lot. Even so, the writer of the first script, Erna Lazarus, was still the only one credited for it. Dean Martin's songs and movies brought joy to many. His warm voice and charming screen presence made him a favorite. Share your favorite Dean Martin song or movie moment in the comments. If you enjoy remembering the great artists who have shaped our music and film like this video, share it with friends and subscribe for more. Your support helps us bring more stories and memories of these talented artists to you.